Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I need to save money," only to make decisions that seem smart, but actually pull you further away from financial freedom? That's right. The real problem isn't trying to save, it's how you're doing it. The truth is, most people are slowly going broke, thinking they're doing what's best for their wallet. It's a silent mistake, disguised as prudence, and made every single day by well-meaning adults. Today, I'm going to show you why this way of saving could be ruining your financial life, and what you can do to finally change that. Watch until the end, because what you'll discover might be the key to unlocking real wealth starting today. It all begins with a thought that sounds smart. I'll cut all expenses and live with the bare minimum. Sounds like discipline, sounds like control. But do you know what that actually leads to? A life of scarcity. And living in scarcity doesn't teach financial literacy, it teaches fear. Fear of spending, fear of investing, fear of losing the little you have. Over time, that fear becomes paralysis. You don't strive to grow, you just try to survive. And it gets worse. This kind of excessive saving destroys your productive energy. It makes you accept bad jobs, say no to opportunities out of fear. You end up living in survival mode. That's not financial intelligence. That's self-sabotage. Worse, still saving the wrong way directly affects your sense of self-worth. When you spend all your time focused on cutting expenses, without thinking about increasing income, you begin to see money as something that must be held onto, not multiplied. Result: you never invest in yourself, you never take courses, you never improve your skills, because everything always feels too expensive. But how can you grow financially if you don't even believe you're worth the investment? People who only focus on saving forget that the real key to financial freedom is creating value. Wealth doesn't come to those who spend the least. It comes to those who learn to earn better. Here's another critical point. When you only think about saving in the present, you completely ignore the future. That's when bad decisions start to show up, like not building an emergency fund, leaving your money sitting in a savings account for years, or avoiding investments because they seem too risky. And when life hits, because it always does, you're vulnerable, and what do? You turn to overdraft protection, personal loans, or maxed out credit cards. All that effort of saving penny by penny for years gets wiped out by a single $1,000 emergency. Saving without a plan is like running without a destination. You get tired, but never get anywhere. And you know what makes it even worse? Social approval. The people around you praise your behavior. They say you're disciplined, a role model. But what they don't see is the stagnant financial life hiding underneath. A life filled with quiet sacrifices and missed opportunities. This false morality around extreme saving keeps you stuck in a cycle of disguised poverty. Because you're afraid of looking irresponsible, afraid of risk, afraid of investing in anything that doesn't seem safe. Meanwhile, the people thinking differently are building businesses, learning how to invest, increasing their income, and living with freedom. The big shift in mindset is this. Real saving is not about cutting everything. It's about cutting what drains your money without bringing any return, and redirecting it into what helps you grow. That means, yes, being clear about your numbers. But more importantly, thinking long-term, investing in knowledge. Letting go of guilt when spending on something that moves you forward. Because smart spending is saving. Worse than spending wrong is refusing to invest in what's right. Those who only save, but never plant, never harvest. So now the question is, are you really saving? Or just surviving? Because if your financial plan is to keep skipping coffee, canceling nights out with friends, and avoiding every pleasure out of fear of spending, then maybe you're sabotaging yourself. The silent mistake almost every adult makes is confusing restriction with strategy. But restriction without intelligence only pushes you further away from financial freedom. Starting today, shift from a scarcity mindset to a growth mindset. See money as a tool, not a threat. And every time you think, "I'd better save this," ask yourself, is this choice bringing me closer to freedom, or keeping me trapped in fear? If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that one friend who always says, "I can't spend anything," but never moves forward. Remember, it's not about saving everything, ... It's about spending wisely. Your freedom begins with the decisions you make today. See you in the next video.